Hello guys, today I am going to show you how to set up a Raspberry Pi without monitor. Maybe you guys tried this before and maybe you got errors something like connection refused or connection time or something like that. You no need to worry about that. Today I am here to help you. In this video I am going to cover the OS installation and how to enable SSH in Raspberry Pi before fast boot and how to access your Pi through putty from your system, and finally how to access the desktop of the Pi from your system. I think you better to grab something like tea or coffee because we have to travel a little longer. First you have to download 4 things. First one is the latest version of OS. Second one is SD formatter, which is a tool for formatting your SD card. Third one is Win32 disk imager. The last one is VNC viewer. The VNC viewer is really an optional because you can directly access the desktop of the Pi from Windows system. But don't worry, I will show you both ways. You can find all download links in my description. Then let's do it. First you have to insert your SD card in system. Then open SD formatter. Automatically tool will detect your SD card. Then click on options. Here you should change format type to full or right and format size adjustment is on. Then OK. Click on format, again OK. It will take some time, enjoy your tea. Here I download the OS Raspberry with Pixel. First I am going to unzip the file. Again it's time to take some tea. Yeah, it's done. Next you have to download and install Win32 disk imager. I already installed in my system. Then open it. Click on that folder icon to browse your image file of OS. In my case, it's in desktop. Select the file and open it. Then click on write and yes. Wait until it's finished. Now we just finished OS installation. Next open your SD card. And copy cmdline.txt file to desktop. Take one more copy of that file. And renamed as cmdline.default. Here cmdline.default is just a backup file of that original cmdline.txt file. Next we have to edit cmdline.txt file. If you want to connect Pi through putty, first you have to set a static IP address to Pi. For that, first open cmdline.txt file. Then add one space to end of the line. Make sure you added only one space. Then type IP equals 169.254.5.5. You can select IP address in the range 169.254.0.0 to 169.254.255.255. I just selected 169.254.5.5. Then save it. But Notepad has a small bug. Sometimes it will add extra space. Next we have to make sure there is no extra space in our file.
For that, copy entire line and paste it in Google Translator. Then copy this and paste it in Notepad. Then save and exit. Again, make a copy of this edited cmd_line.txt file and renamed as cmd_line.static because we added a static IP address in this file. If you want a default dynamic IP settings, then just replace cmd_line.txt file with cmd_line.default file. Or you need static IP settings, just replace by cmd_line.static file. Here pi only care about .txt file, not about other two. Now txt file is already contains static IP settings. Then copy these three files to boot directory in SD card. Next thing about SSH. In past, SSH was enabled by default, but because of some security reasons now it's disabled. Without enable SSH, we can access Pi through putty. It will give an error like connection refused by computer. For enable SSH, you just need to put a file called SSH in boot directory. Okay, for that you next open command prompt. Then enter a command dir space disk name, in my case it's G, then a colon, then press enter. Yes, now you can see the all files in your SD card. Next we have to put a file named SSH in your boot directory. For that, enter echo greater than symbol G colon \SSH. G must be replaced by your disk name, don't forget that. Then press enter. Yeah, it's done. Then eject your SD card, remove your SD card and insert SD card in your Raspberry Pi. And connect Raspberry Pi to system by a LAN cable. Then connect power adapter and switch on power supply. Yeah, green light is on. It means your Pi is booting now. Next, open putty in your system. Then enter your IP address before you given. In my case, it's 169.254.5.5. Then click on open. Click on yes. Then type username as Pi. And password as Raspberry. Yeah, now we are inside of Pi. If you wanted to make sure, just type who am I. Yes, of course, I am Pi. It replied that. Next we have to change some settings of the Pi. You type sudo raspi-config. Here first we have to expand file system. Select expand file system and enter. And again enter. Next we have to make sure SSH is enabled for permanently. For that, go to advanced options. In here select SSH. Select yes and enter. And again enter. Next we have to connect Pi to an internet. After that only we can do update and all. First you just write iw-config. It will show the current network status of Pi. Now it's not connected to any network. Next you type sudo space IW list space WLAN0 space scan space vertical bar space GREP space ESSID colon. It will show the SSID name of available network around Raspberry Pi. For me now only one network is available. Its SSID name is eCore. Next I am going to connect with eCore. For that you just type sudo space nano /etc /wpa underscore supplicant /wpa underscore supplicant.conf. Then press enter. In this file we have to add some lines. You just enter network equals open curly brace SSID equals your SSID name. For me it's eCore. Then PSK equals password of your network. For me it's Raspberry Pi. Then close curly brace. Then press Ctrl X, then Y, then enter. Again enter. Next we should reboot the Pi. Enter sudo reboot. Again open putty, enter your IP address, then click on open. Here login as Pi, password is Raspberry. Next again you type sudo iw config. Now you can see your Pi is connected to your network. Next we should update your Pi. Type sudo apt-get update. It will take some time. Okay, it's done. Next type sudo apt-get upgrade. This will also take more time. Type Y, then enter. Next reboot the Pi and connect through putty again. Next we are going to access desktop of our Pi. For that we have to download two packages. First one is VNC server and next one is XRDP. Next you should type sudo apt-get install tight VNC server. Enter Y, press enter. Yes, it's done. Next type sudo apt-get install XRDP. Okay, it's done. Here I will show you two ways to access your Pi's desktop. First one is remote desktop. It's a inbuilt feature of Windows OS. Click on search panel and type remote desktop and open that one. Here you have to enter your IP address of the Pi. In my case it's 169.254.5.5. Then click on connect. Here you type username as Pi and password is Raspberry. Then click on OK. Hooray! This is your Pi's desktop. The second method is using VNC viewer. First you have to download and install VNC viewer for your system. Next open putty and login to Pi. Next you type VNC server. Here you should set a password for VNC server. Don't forget that password, okay? Enter the password. And again one more time. Here enter N and press enter. Now VNC server is started in your Pi. Here you can see a digit number 1 with Raspberry Pi. Maybe you got different one. Whatever, you should remember that number. Next, close this putty window and open with new one. Here you type IP address 169.254.5.5. Then click on SSH. In here click on tunnels. Then select source port column. After that you type 5901. That one I got from previous section. Then click on destination column. Here first you type your IP address 169.254.5.5. Then type a colon. After that enter your source port number. For me is 5901. Then click on add. After that click on open. Then give username and password and log into Raspberry Pi. Next you open VNC viewer from your system. Then type localhost 5901. That 5901 is my source port. Then enter. Here click on continue. Here you should enter the password which before you entered in PyShell. Then click on OK. Yes, you got the desktop. This is the way to getting Pi's desktop through VNC software. If you like my video, please thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.